You're going to work alongside some of the best academics in the world in this field, and you're going to be sitting and working shoulder to shoulder with like-minded research students who are all here for similar reasons. And actually that richness of the student culture and the kind of shared state of mind, if you like, that's, I would say, as important as anything else if you're doing a doctorate. The School of Design at Carnegie Mellon was the first place to really formalise transition design as a field, as evidenced through curriculum and courses, and actually the doctoral programme in transition design here at the School of Design is the world's first doctoral programme in transition design. You know, year one of the programme is very much a taught year, so you will attend a series of courses and each one will walk you through a very specific way of thinking about design research, or a very specific way of thinking about how your research might relate to your teaching practice. Or you might also do courses in transition design itself. So that's the first year, and then the remaining 3 years are much more about your research and your project. So, you know, what do you want to build on top of that first year's foundation of experiences? You know, what's your project? What is it that you believe and that you think ought to change? Perhaps the main thing you'll do when you're here is you'll undertake a project, you know, your research project, which will end in a thesis or an exhibition or a collection of objects or a whole range of possible outcomes. And I think what's important to stress is that that project is very much down to you and what you believe you want to do. It's your way of framing and becoming very specific about the challenge that you believe are worth tackling, and then through the process of advising and the teaching that happens here on the programme, you'll be coached through this project. And in the end, each person who goes through this programme should have arrived at a moment where they're probably one of a handful of people in the world who can absolutely call themselves experts in that specific idea, that specific thing. And that's quite a unique experience for anyone to go through. We actually have students coming into the programme from all different kinds of backgrounds, and in many ways that's the richness of the programme, the diversity of our student community. So we have students on the programme from backgrounds in philosophy, in architecture, in ecology, and a whole range of fields. And actually this is something that we're quite keen to keep going. And so, you know, if you think transition design might be something that aligns with what you're interested in, then we should talk about it, because very often it's, I mean, you know, we hear from people with very traditional design backgrounds who aren't right necessarily for this programme. So it's not so much about where you've been, it's more about where you want to go.